Hello, how are we doing? Been a little while. Um, I've been playing around with more of these. I think I did finally, yeah, I did finally do what I was promising to do here, and compact this down. So this thing now rotates about itself and pastes into there. It's very fancy. I probably could do that now and delete all that. The only catch is, I don't know where I'm going to put the robot boards. Maybe down the side or something. Alternatively, I could have some kind of central spine, big ones in the center. And just divide it in halves or something. Because this one supports 20 robots charging at once. I didn't actually realize it was 20. For some reason I thought it was 4 still. Yeah, 20 by 5 megawatts. It pulls some. It's hungry for power. Otherwise, I've been playing around with getting the loaders more faster rated. What are you struggling for? Gears. Always with the gears. Yeah. Electronic components. Look at that. Nearly 700 out of 1,000. 2 belts feeding this damn thing, and it's still thirsty for more. Oh yeah, I was even smelting all of the. Hey, Veldek. I was even smelting all of the rubbish in the network just to get more geese. And yeah, here too. Um, I think I need some more faster things. Answer. Having said that, need more power. I mean, it's not over yet, so I think I can safely ignore it for now. But it does mean that I do need to more faster. Like this processing, I think, is pretty well end of life. Having said that, this thing needs all of its underground still. It's got not underground, it's the loaders. It's short on loaders, but otherwise it's ready to go. Uh, so the next one was going to be smelting, then oil processing. Oh yeah, I also fixed up all the station names too. And I did leave the game lame. The, the lame lowing on the weekend. Um, let's ground this up into, what is that, 590,000 landfill. It's just evaporated it. I also discovered, I didn't actually realize, I also prepped some landfill for doing power. Um, the, the base went out of power, so I did that to keep it thing ticking over. There was this thing had actually completely backed up. This entire reactor had backed up on empty fuel cells, and the others were nearly backed up. I probably could have left it, but it's annoying little bits of busy work. So there's now a whole lot more of this stuff. It's quite funny. I've also, yeah, been doing some thinking, theory crafting a possible build, using antimatter reactors, getting to terms with it. Which actually reminds me, first item on the agenda is to make the fuel cells for the antimatter reactor. So, somewhere down here was an empty Kajiga. So we tell you make antimatter fuel cells. Oh, that's one of those stupid ones. So it turns out this thing, it's actually running on a decider combinator. I was wondering why this was so slow. Yeah, it turns out it's running on a decider combinator. That's actually annoying. So get out of here. It's being done here anyway. It's been more faster here, so that's why these beacons have been so slow for so long. All this time is because it was running on a decider combinator. Which is not. Ooh. Oh, you need nitric acid too. Ah. Okay then. That means I'm gonna need to come up here. I think we'll steal one of the AI core similar things. Night vision maybe? Do I need the barrel? Yeah, I do need the barrel. What are you? Quantum computer. I think we can live without quantum computers for now. I mean, we'll need more, but I can convert it back later. So we'll just clear it out for now. Clear you out. Clear you out. I think this was actually meant to be antimatter thingies anyway. So we'll assign that to the combinator and assign that there. That'll set up the constant combinator, setting up the ingredients and the decider. arithmetic combinator setting up the outputs. Then we just need to request for 50, I guess. And I think I'll let that do its thing. Actually, how fast is it running? Need lots of kajiggers. Oh, well, balls. Guess that means I'm going to need to deal with power sooner rather than later. Okay then. Fine, I'll deal with power. Do things and stuff and junk. Alright, let's get some antimatter reactors. Just say yes, antimatter reactors. Are necessary. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Two of them. Bop, beep, bap. There I am, is your Takabe. Fortunately, I would like to use some concrete, or fancy concrete for this thing, but I don't have any yet. I would like to straighten off that some more, too. Because I want to have the nuclear reactors as a sort of foundation power supply. And then the antimatter reactors do the rest. Like it's a independent supply. That's what I'm imagining. And that's going to process the power will process the nuclear processor powers processing the uranium and such. Hey, it's AK. How you doing? I think I got it right in the end. I think. Not 100% sure. Alright, that'll do. Because what one can do is add a trash and supply station to this base. Alright, let's get over here. And this can also be the power hub for the electric locomotives. Which reminds me, I need to research those. Hopefully there actually is tech cards available. Nope, that's not the thingy that does the thingy. Hey! PK with the 16 months. Sadly, there are 0 noises because for whatever reason, apparently the sound's broken. But thank you very much for that. It feels so surreally weird. Not having the sound. But yeah, the desktop sound is not working for some reason. How's the game still running at 60? Well, technically I haven't actually built the Megabase yet. I've only just started building. Like, I built 2/9 of it? So, there's plenty of opportunity yet to kill the game. Your precious noises, I know. It sounds good that you has money to spend. That's always a good thing. A travesty when you don't. Alrighty, let us maybe relocate. I need to relocate these. How about before I commit to that, let's just do a little bit of headaching. You aren't going to go anywhere. I'm going to stay there. I need to convert these to 416s. In theory, I should actually move this train yard as well. Try that again, except this time tick the grab trains button. We don't need train stop names. We won't grab train fuel, however. So I can't lay it that way, but I can lay it sort of this way. Which is how it currently is. How's Mojo doing? Not bad. Having said that, all of this luxurious extra, 5 days a week, 2 hours a week, 2 hours per day is going to be changing. It's going to be going back to how it was before, sadly. It'll be, I don't know. I should be able to do tomorrow still, but I'm going back to the early morning starts, and that makes it really hard to do late nights at the same time, which is sad. Sadness abound. So what do we need? A nuclear unload. Right, just a whiz ours. We'll see how we do, how it pans out. Food for 36-hour days. That would be nice. I should see if I can. So I had the hours cut a few months back. Or I mean, when I say cut, I mean I was shimming a little bit extra hours out of each week, and I've been told specifically to not to exceed the maximum allowed per week. I was told off. Trouble is, because here in Australia, officially it's 37.5 hours a week as the full-time work week. Trouble is, 7.5 hours is kind of an inconvenient to work with. It's glad you live where you eat the fix. That's what I do best. So yeah, it's 37.5 hours. I was shimming like 40 to 42 hours a week last year and the beginning of this year. And then I was told off. I was like, I have to actually claim no more than the 37.5. 37.5 is 7.5 hours per day, 5 days. And what this rambling is leading into is that potentially one solution I was coming up with was to... Oh, yeah. I was like, why is it full? One solution was to work like 8.5-hour days for 4 days a week and then just have an off day. Filter out this crap. There. There should be a roboport on the floor. There it is. Somewhere. This is all junk. In the proverbial trunk. I actually just realised there's an easy way of dealing with this. It's literally just to turn the splitters around. Yeah. So yeah, that's another thing I'm working towards. The problem is that managers and such may not necessarily appreciate me doing 4-hour weeks like that. Or 4-day weeks. So that's why I haven't really committed to that yet. Have a look at the Subfest page? Has not, actually. Yeah, so that's now going to push into there and get turned into matter. Here's what I prepared earlier. Yeah, and this is what I want. These things are what I want the nuclear reactors to power. Next time that ticks forward and consumes some dull rocks, it'll start eating all this crap. Just prioritize that, please. Oh, actually, you go in there too. Yeah, so that'll drain that out. Excellent, excellent. I could also look at just doing general YouTube gaming stuff. As in, I just start making more edited, contained videos. But I want to say I do, and I've never really felt like there's much of a market for it, because YouTube gaming is just, it's not a high margin, like there's not a lot of payback for doing it. For like 99% of people that attempt it. Like there's, yeah, for like 98% of, 98, 99% of people that do gaming YouTube, there's very little payoff. And then for those that do have success, you know, that 1%, 0.1%, the margin is thin. As in, anyone who's 100k to 1 million subscribers, up to 1 million subscribers, maybe even 1 million plus, the margins are just razor thin. It's just nothing there. I've never really been committed to it. Pushing into the YouTube game space is so hard. It's insane. It's so saturated. There's just so many people doing it now. That's why I'm kind of interested in doing other stuff instead, like the workbench. That's part of why I wanted to do the workbenches, just to do something different. Because that way you're doing something unique and adding value and providing value. I like how I'm just doing busy work while I'm rambling on at this point. That's what we come here for. It's basically what this is really about, is just come here and ramble while I ramble on about things. I'm going to have to try and attempt to drain all this crap out somehow. Because yeah, turn the raw shinies into, even really shinies, are they? The raw thing is, raw uranium isn't actually green. It's technically it's yellow. It's the ramblings which you like. It's what made Yogscast successful. Is they basically just, they're not there to play games. They're just to do pillow talk. Oh, those rocks would do that to you. I have been recording the 3D printing I've been doing too. So there's potential there as well. What am I thinking of? Oh yeah, I need a I believe it's one of these. Yeah, that does the matter cells. So you just pump matter in and then, what does it do? It was 300 gigajoules, yeah. I've not watched them since their Shadow of Israel. That was like 2011. It's actually, I say at Yogscast, but I mean, it's actually the sideshow that, the others that actually did it better. Well, actually it was Simon specifically that people came for. Because he did good, he was entertaining and good pillow talk. The others that were good at that sort of thing with Sips and Shin, they had a very good dynamic. I think they called it Lego Talk while they were doing Minecraft. Such a different time though. All you had to be was just not a terrible microphone. Amanda Koala prints video a week. I think I shall make it so. Maybe I'm gonna take time away from, because like today I got home at like half an hour, not even, or an hour ago now, but half an hour before starting. I mean, that was mainly because I was so focused on drawing up the model for the latest project that I was, you know, trying to get it done, and then I look at the time, I was like, oh, it's, well, the time was like 6:30. I was like, oh, it's 6:30. I need to get out of here. Otherwise, if I didn't notice that, I probably would have gone to like 7 o'clock. uh, well, I came up with the thing that I was working. Actually, that's an exercise in frustration as well. I'm sort of just waiting for this crap to drain out too. By the way, wondering. I could speed up the process. Today's a public holiday here, and in the good part of Europe as well. I have actually been wondering about that. Don't need a print video, just start your own printer. It's too bad I don't have that giant Lexmark anymore. That would be hilarious, isn't it? If a 3D printing channel, that would be a great April Fool's joke. It's just have it watching a screeching loud dot matrix. There you go, I've already thought of an April Fool's video. For a channel I don't even use. Yeah, I used to have this giant, it was like it took like A3 size paper dot matrix, and it was loud. Had to go though. Couldn't keep it. Would be nice to get a smaller one. I mean, saying that, I do actually have a Commodore one, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to use. It runs on the thingy bus. So you got to go through all the rigmarole to set it up. Why don't I just set this to turn that into matter as well? That makes sense, doesn't it? And then what I can do, make two of them, feed it out this way. The matter? I mean, the Commodore ones, you know, because it's only a little desktop thing, it is pretty quiet comparatively. It isn't a giant industrial thing that's meant to run 24/7. Hello Discord, how you is? Beeping today. Yeah, so we'll suck everything out of here. And manage such feats of engineering. Power's a little sad again. Good old chain paper. I do have a roll of ancient fanfold for the for that Commodore printer though. Hey, it's a Spellmaster. So this is a thing? This is a thing. Is it? This is a thing. You doing, Spellmaster? Hear about the HP printers not working unless they had official cartridges? That sounds vaguely familiar. When I was working IT, that was already a thing. Like, oh, that was before 2010. That's like 2008 or something. Thank you very much, Spellmaster, for the 12 months. 1 year, that is. Nearly a year. 1 year. I think 100 months is a year, isn't it? Dear. It was recently. I guess that they finally outright cracked down on it. Because, as I say, when I was doing it, you know, 2008, 2007 or whatever, I don't... such a long time ago, the printers that we looked after already wouldn't order a new cartridge if you put the wrong cartridge in the wrong printer. So, there's like... I forget, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 printers that we looked after. And you had to put the right cartridge in the right printer. Otherwise, it would not order a new cartridge. I just realized my FPS is at 30. I forgot to change the profile. I knew that was going to happen. This is in the printer time-lapse profile. Yeah, it literally says it at the top. Where is the thing? There's a thing. Prepare to see yourself. Can you see it? There. Benchcam time-lapse. Benchcam time-lapse. One job. Yeah, I was just looking at the preview and was like, that looks very jittery. Well, Infinity monitor, yeah. Burp, 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 burp. Burp, burp. Hey, look at that. Speaking of look at that, um, burp. Yeah, 40% CPU, 33% CPU. It's a lot of CPU being used right now. I mean, it wouldn't be a heist without Spellmaster getting wrecked, would it? It just wouldn't be proper. Are you grinding that up? Yes, yes you are. Best K2 you've ever seen? 11 out of 10 would K2 again. That also needs more fastering. Am I more faster you? So hi! Hi JD. You is. How you do? Low power. Burp, burp, burp. Sign up for sub? Yes, not yet. It's on my to-do list. Trouble is, I mean, having said that, the trouble is that it sort of happens at the same time that other stuff, like work stuff. It's literally the same week that big important work stuff happens, which is really annoying. Just random garbage. Yeah, that should evenly distributificate the output of that. I mean, look at that. That's a pretty belt right there, isn't it, JD? Isn't that a grand belt right there? So it is perfectly mixed between. It's a perfect mix between iron and stone. What more could you want? Not ask for anything more. Hey, Lucifer, how you doing? Party time. Rubbish on both sides? I know, it's great, isn't it? Ah, belt is in. Let's get rid of you. Um. Oh. I kind of could move the whole thing down. Think, what do we want? Need one of these. Um. Does that. Blah, blah, blah. These things make stone. So I need another one elsewhere that does stone. It's only an exploit if you ask everyone to wait to publish their results till that week. Then they can. Oh. So, the bell. I'm just dumping everything into matter. I'm just dumping this. Doesn't really matter. I mean, having said that, one way I could dump it is by just doing that. Oh, it won't let me do that anymore. How about this then? I mean, maybe not burn those. Those are expensive. But we could just get rid of them that way. You're quite right, Lucifer. This is a correct way to do. This is a better way to do it. This is much more efficient. Why am I wasting time dumping all that stuff? Just get rid of it like that. Perfect. Come on, box. Really holding out. It is determined. Finally. Finally she pops. Had more fire. That probably would have helped. Ooh. So, I would like as if you gave me the decon planner. Me, I do not need that repaired. That. There we go. Problem solved. Get rid of that rubbish. Splitter is not needed. No. I mean, I could do the same to the train as well. I don't really want the train either. How's power? Oh, it's... I mean, it's in the green. Green. Top of the... Oh, the whole thing's getting deconstructed. Not really much worth worrying about. Some space. Think about laying out these things. Like, yeah, all this is going. So now it's a matter of just procrastinating and about how to make these things work. That is completely asymmetric. And fires a reactor. Oh, I'm going to keep the nuclear reactors. I will be keeping those. The nuclear reactors are going to power the matter processing. I've sort of vaguely been braining out a design, but I haven't come up with a design as such. I actually turned wood into matter here too. Just have a good coffee mug and it threw you off. I mean, as fun as it would be to blow up the reactors, I mean, it would be entertaining, but I'm going to hang on to them. Are you okay? Let's come back to this. What do I need? I need uranium unload. Back. Uranium unload. What else does this thing need? I think it just needs uranium unload. It needs the train of 69. It's a C for cat. Honkadonk. Professional Dave, how you doing? Come to scratch me furniture. Oh, precious coffee table again with the scratching. Yeah. For the raid. Sound's not working, sadly. But we shall press on. What are you going to do today? Oh yeah, we were actually talking before. You got your Labor Day today over in Germany. So much to do. I don't actually have... So outside of this and like Timberborn, there's like the only things I can even think of that I would want to play is like this and Timberborn, and then, or maybe Oni at the minute. So I'm probably not much of a help. What about that Clown Town The game that Clowntown loves, the one with the $90 DLC. I might do. So, the thing that's not working in my head is I want to do it with some nice concrete detailing in mind. And I don't have any concrete, which is kind of killing the dream here. Mostly play Final Fantasy 14 and League of Legends. That gets boring sometimes. Games 1070 with a 2K. That's the same problem I had with the 1070. As soon as I got the 2K screen, that 1070 suddenly climbed aboard the struggle bus. Like still a good. It's getting a bit old now, but it was still a solid card a year ago. Yeah, as soon as you take it up to 2K, it can't do it no more. Oh, I got 10. What was I after? And I got my L's too. Concrete is what I was after. Grab some concrete. Yeah. I need to save my... Yeah. Living is definitely a priority. So it's now you can buy a new graphics card, but it's no good. You're living out on the street. No good to you. Oh, well, hopefully you get that sorted pretty quick. Get a new place sorted out, and then it'll be swell. Oh, yep. That's 6. Like that. Just can't see anything from the steam. Very steamy. Okay, so that's the... in. Okay, there is a gap in there. Okay. And move that to there. That goes there. Paint down that. Huh? Now I don't remember where I put the concrete. Oh, there it is. Hidden behind the thingy. Insulate your house. Be very good. Hide a good game. There would be no trouble. One way to solve the problem. Electric heater. Yeah, it's not like you use gas heating anymore. Ah, it doesn't reach. Eh? Yeah, alright, so that's tidied up the robo ports. More aesthetically pleasing. Hope. Stripy concrete. I do want to upgrade this to like the, I don't know, because there is no hazard plate. Now, in terms of making the nuclear stuff, how about we figure this out here? I keep procrastinating on it, and I keep not accomplishing anything. Let's just do it out here. Got uranium coming in. And I could probably take one of the previous matter. I have one placed. I don't think I do, actually. That's one. No, that's the electrolyte. No, that's that thing. I think one of these is wrong, too. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah, there it is. See, that one's acid, meant to be acid unload, but it's actually copper ore. They're all wrong. I need to figure that out. I spotted it on the weekend. Remember where it was when I was sorting out the train stop names. So those are fine. Yeah. Cleaning out. A whole lot of ejecting. Cyan. Summon the cyan. Yeah, oh, that actually reminds me. Oh, that's right. I parked him in there to get him out of the way. There's a red one now. Angry spider. Decon spider. Red for decon. So its sole purpose in life is to deconstruct things. Oh, no, is excellent. It's sort of. This was starting to push into biter territory. Okay, that has hit biters finally. Thankfully, these biters can't swim yet. What about here? Yeah, here also is sort of tapered out. Oh, that reminds me. Somehow this escaped my eye. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I spotted it, but yeah, nearly 300k. I think there was another one. There was one that was like really hidden, and it was also really good. Forgotten where it is now, though. It was a really good imersite cave. I mean, it might have actually been that. Yeah. Call that deconstructing spider Doredia. Put a map marker. I mean, I know it's there now, but I should have done it before when I saw it. Crash. I'm sure I saw another one somewhere. Also garbage. Oh, it's really close to spawn though. Slash shrug, I don't know. Okay, this imbalance annoys me to no end. I didn't mean to press that. Oh, can't go there. Trouble is, it's now the whole thing's unbalanced though. Like visually unbalanced, that is. Or train stop alignment's unbalanced, and that I don't like. I mean, it at least looks visually balanced. Oops, that wasn't meant to be deconstruct, that was meant to be copy. That's in the middle, that's offset. I want to go... Flip. Oh, that is actually, it doesn't actually flip vertically because it is vertically aligned. Dear. That down to there. Or really. Rain with the 45 months. That's a lot of months. How you doing? Good for that. Why is it we care so much about things being visually balanced? It's just the way of the Factorio, isn't it? You just gotta have them all nice and perfection. You guys don't know, Rain? You should go check him out. Does speedruns. What are you doing currently? I genuinely don't remember, because... Grumble, grumble. Yorks, how many minutes follow? Yeah. Le Grumble. Say, Le Grumble. Thank you, spiders. 4 weeks until you become a dad. Ooh. Importer, loader, belter gajigger. Whatever you choose. Whatever's your poison. Congratulations. I mean, I didn't even know there was a Mrs. Rain. 2, 4, 6, 8. And then it's going to go and dump this into like a single matter plant. Or I could just dump it into 4 matter plants alternatively. A lot of nuclear? It's kind of the idea. Speed boost the crap out of it. Yeah, so we turn you into matter. That wasn't. I would have worked. I even undergrounding it when I can just pull it right up next to it, like that, and then copy that for the rest. Alrighty. Let's give us some stations. Technically, I could. Do I even have it here? No. I did actually make in one of these. There is actually a. Oh, I might not actually be part of these. In one of these, there is actually like a nuclear processing. At least somewhere. Okie day. This will be our wire to tell us whether or not we need a uranium train. Yeah. Or something like that. So we just need a decider to decide for us. Train. Utilize the same as always. That's one to choose from. This one's better. I need 4. Set train limit, L of 0, output that. There's actually going to be that. Excellent, so that's the uranium ore done. That's what I want it to look like. So the next step is to reconstitute that. Yeah, I do need this still because another one down. You can only reconstitute as dull rocks, which in turn needs to be turned into shiny rocks, but that also produces stone as a byproduct. Likewise, this also produces stone, so I need to turn stone back into matter, back into the matter pool, can then be reconstituted again, back into dull rocks. So, the way I would do it, is maybe upgrade those substations so they cover a little bit. Might as well upgrade the inserters too. But these actually perform instead. It's still a little bit of a dead zone though. Doesn't really help. Might as well just keep them at the old coverage. Want us to get rid of all that. A lot of garbage. Oh, that's a lot of steel. Might as well get rid of those two now. Oh, that's a lot of junk. That is a significant quantity of junk. Fill that up. Yeah, this whole thing I could move like down to here. This whole build. But I would rearrange it slightly, however. Oh, I'm requesting him. Why I keep coming back? Keep requesting him, dummy. Never would have guessed. Redo this thing so it's more fasted. Better beaconed. Whether or not I go singularity beacon. Reason not to at this point. I mean, better beacon transmission efficiency. How I cannot say that. I cannot speak that. Is always going to be good. Where are you? Yeah, that's starting to get annoying. Alright, so a replacement for the enrichment. There we go. Ink. Thanks, spiders. Obliged. There. Like that. Activity in there. How does that compare? That's 9.7 versus 3.9. What is those surrounded by by comparison? Out of idle curiosity. $6.7. I am actually leaving a little bit on the table in terms of performance by not pushing the singularity beacons right up close. Get them right up in its grill. Like that. I lose a few beacons, but gain the ability to put more beacons around the whole thing. Then it begs the question, how fast is fast enough? Answer is yes. That's now 12.7. Problem is that the power consumption is now 6.79 megawatts versus 3. So there's a significant increase in power consumption. These have a 75% distribution efficiency, whereas these are only 50%. So they kind of win. That's... now... Annoying thing about this is going in and out a bit funny. I mean, do I need considerably less than what's there now? Like, even this is 2 meg. Borderline 2 meg. Well, they're sort of used for making atomic artillery, so they are actually kind of necessary. Like, a significant production output is actually required. Do it like that. I can park the substations like so. Take all that up. Can plop it like there. Hmm. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, nowhere. Bots are too busy trying to insert that I can't actually place the stupid thing down. Yeah. Just switch it over. You're winning all the heists. Don't you have like a 97% win rate though? Ah, balls. Clean me inventory, please. Of the spicy rocks. Worst case scenario, I could just add more rows. I also did that wrong. That should be an output. Oh. That's acts. Right, that's going to be annoying to fix. Okay, backwards. Just getting the feeling that it's backwards or something by the way it was complaining. Suppose I could just loop it round the bottom, actually. When's all the trouble of reversing this thing? I can actually do it the other way around. Oh, you know what that means. Try again. This is what keeps you coming back. Me doing the same thing over and over again 1,000 times. Oh yeah, that's... I was like, what is this? Wow, 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 wow. These things. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah. Something's pulsing it. Okay, is that right now? Pointing down that way. In that way. Think we're good. I've never had to click that like 3 times before. It's being mean on planar. It knows what's coming. It doesn't want to deconstruct. There's a playthrough for you. No decon planner playthrough. do. Whole lot of one off. Well, until that point when they're really off. Another one to make it 8. Oh, no. Having that. Stick with 7. 7 sounds like a good round, solid round number. So the result of this is shiny rocks and dirt. Come back round here. Let's do maps. Oops, wrong way round. Come round like that. I mean, I might need to do something like that. Because I don't think this is... this is going to probably struggle with a half lane. As in, I'm going to struggle to fill a half lane. Save? Thinking. I'll do the thingy for now. I legitimately forgot. This really crazy one that was like that. Like, drive into there, one drive into there like that. That's the one. And then you can do that. It's like another variant of that. It's a higher throughput version of that. Actually, it is the same as that. Come to think of it. Yeah, so you split up that there. You, yeah, merge. Suppose this one could go up and do the fuel cell production. And this is the return line. Shiny. Shinies. So... can press the right button. This is a mixture of garbage and shinies. Around like that. There. Garbage goes that way. To then be reprocessed. Have like a matter plant. Does exactly that. And feed like one matter plant will probably be enough. I do want to leave room for another one of these, just in case. And what I might do is have this offset so it can underground over to the... which means... I want to allow for more room. Up all of this. One, two. over 2 tiles. These over tiles, apparently. You know what that means? This needs to move over 3 tiles. One off. So 1, 2, 3. Then the substation's on the far side of the build. It's just out of the way. Like that. What do you reckon about that? How do you reckon about that? It's reasonably competent. I mean, I'm expecting this to be pretty damn fast, though. Down a tile as well. Yes. There's our 2 lanes. Fire Ice King. I mean, this is requiring some intensive head braining. Tiny goes that way. Let's just get built. We're obliged to post pictures, remember? Look at it go. Little things bouncing up and down. Pumping its little heart out. It's pumping vigorously. You temporarily going to provide me dull rocks that I desire. Productivity, no. Can be speeded. Excellent. Nearly producing a full belt of dull rocks. Kind of impressive. How did I even get here? And that was what I was thinking was going to happen, was if I did a mixed belt, go all the way down. See here, both. Both. Having that. There we go. Backwards? Dumping that, okay. Yeah, see, it's just going into the first slot and not looping back, not making its way back round. This lazy pipe is starting to become inconvenient. Deal with that, please. I probably don't even need your shinies anymore. This one's probably going to consume its shinies soon. Has actually consumed everything. Did that. Yeah, that was pretty quick. These things. Four. 3. I might be pumping in a little too soon. Oh. It's also pumping onto the wrong side. Bit of an issue. Minor detail that needs fixing. Correction. If I can sort of force it to consume everything that's blocking the line. Oh, there we go. It's just to do that. Back into matter. It's only a slightly inefficient process. Hello, Ref. Doing? Only slightly inefficient. I've actually burned through a fair chunk of the stockpile. Doing? Oh, that's going down anyway. And has delete that. Crash all that. Very much, because the Geiger thing's annoying. So pointless. Going. At some point I'll have to get all this back round, get all this back in. Backed up enough to the point where it doesn't actually, might actually deadlock itself. Alright, so let's look at the thingy that I was at before. So that's the output of it, effectively. Underground now. Okay, so now they're both on the same side. Except I want that down there. It's a beacon. Yep. Right, that's a bit of progress. Diddly. Shiny rock, where the dull rock should be. Like that maybe? Output priority? Actually, yeah, output priority probably. Is the input priority. Sure, it's consuming all of that lane. Overall producing. Actually, dull rocks do. It's shinies that matter. Sort of like 100 a minute. And so we're considerably more, like 10 times more than what it ever used to do. Peak is like 36. Hey, Sparkles, how you doing? Hey, long time no see. Fastest way to load a chest? I know unloading, the thing like loading from... Fastest way to load a chest. How you doing good? I'm doing alright. Good. Just in the middle of brain-tificating out this nuclear build. We get a shout out for Sparkle. Sparkle is a fellow member of Red Circuit, actually. So as we're doing last time. Were you doing Dark's Dungeon recently? Getting much time to come on streams? Yeah, the babies are being real. Oh, he's with the parents. Ah, that's why he got some time. He got some peace. Hey, how is the baby now? Yeah, usually you're on like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. for me. Just turned 1. Oh wow, already. Already been a year. Binding of Isaac. Ah. Yeah, the UK time zone is probably the single worst one. Europe at least is an hour forward. It's a little bit more closer, but like UK time zone is it's like the single worst time zone combination. These are all happily chugging away. Good. I think that's fine. Have to be different. It just had to be different. Had to have these different time zones. Now, so yeah, so this Forex enrichment centrifuge thing, I think will do the job. So now we're rejecting the stones, um, pushing them back into matter. What else is shiny coming? Shiny's not actually in the balls. Now I have to pick them out because these guys' inventories are really full. They're fully loaded. I manually go through and pick everything out because I'm too lazy to set up the dump. Because it's a lot of items. I don't want to do it. It's a lot of items. I suppose I could just move them out of the way if I was smart. If I was smart, move them out of the way so they don't collect the garbage. But as a saying, that requires me to be smart and, you know, think about things. looks like we're getting another one. What I was just saying about moving them out the way. Like, literally just saying. Oh, that's tritium. Keen to do fusion. I could have like a fusion reactor that just occasionally uses like whatever tritium is burned. That'd be amusing. Or at least for 10 minutes. Ooh, master. Down a follow. So we need to empty some cans. Somewhere. That's going to require a requester, because I'm just going to have those come via requests. Certain to there, it's going to output these three. Then Dave? Kind of annoys you with Spidertrons as mobile construction robots? Their inventory is full of trash as soon as you start deconstructing. Yeah, that's the only. This kind of what kept me from using them for a long time. It just occurred to me that I do actually have access to advanced assemblers too. That's yeah, make these. It's like one of these, fully loaded. Finish me with everything auto trashes. It is. There was a I mentioned this before. There was actually a mod that before the Spidertron logistics existed, there was a mod that added a special logistics equipment item, and it would auto trash. The way it worked is it would auto trash anything that or it could auto trash anything that wasn't in its request. And that was actually really handy. I kind of miss that. Tempted to actually find the mod that did that and state it. Maybe it entirely possible there's actually a mod that does something like with the decon planner where you just blacklist whatever's here, so it only keeps what's listed. Otherwise, it trashes everything else. Yeah, that would completely solve that problem. Even if it says like a decon planner, where you say instead of saying a whitelist, say blacklist. Ink. Yeah, so a blacklist then means it gets rid of everything except for the things you want to keep. Yeah. That makes sensibles. I make n sensible. So clicky noises, I make clicky noises. Inventory. Might as well take it. Done. A little close. that. That makes more sense. Now that I think about it, that actually makes more sense. Then, bend that down that way. Even do that. That. This. Come into like there. And then we can just super speed the crap out of it. Passive provider. Shovel. I easily found more auto trash with that feature. Nice. One major downside. Oh, there's always a major downside. Time. Oh, you need. Mod may change your vanilla logistic and auto trash slots at any time, depending on the mods. Hey, Nif, how you doing? Sounds kind of annoying. Because doing it for like your own personal inventory isn't so bad. It's the Spidertron that's where it's really annoying. Solve this one. They coming in hot there. Actually also occurs to me I need to bend this back. Go down that way, so it always prioritizes that. Yes, I can. Go back down there. Like so. We can do a lot of... Oh, it's sort of a kitchen sink, is it? Of course it's Chumiko. Saving different logistics setups, yeah. That is a classic You can actually see it. This is the old version 14 inventory as well. This is how old it is. The if you scroll down to the picture, you see that's the old yeah, that's the pre-15 rails too. How old it is. Yeah, oh, there's the version 12 train stop even. There you go. I know that. Is the 13... It's the newer train icon though. I think that's from 14, that picture. Oh, how you doing? The Vod Goblin, but I noticed last 7 days ago, not published and saving them elsewhere. I just been a little slow getting them up there. Admittedly, there's a difference of like, oh, a lot, a lot. There was a bit of a hold up with 7, 8, 9. The stream track. So I normally have 2 tracks recorded. So there's a VOD track and a stream track, and they went up with the stream track, which has the music overlay that's going on at the minute, the aggressive violin stuff, apparently. Yeah, and that all got hit, and so I had to redo all those. It took me a while to figure out that it actually mixed both tracks together. So that was part of the delay, and then yeah, I just haven't much of a chance to process them all. They take like an hour to do each, but they will be coming. I've also been thinking about editing them down and doing a bit more to them, but that's also time, and I might not bother. Yeah, since you mentioned it, I'll definitely make a solid effort to process more. I might even computer, or it can do it. It just can't do it very well. How does this nuclear stuff work? Actually, somewhat in, but not the list. Well, this is Factorio 2 nuclear, so it's a little bit different. But in general, with the nuclear, this is completely magic process called Dvorak's enrichment. What it does is you give it 30 shiny rocks for safekeeping, and then it does some work. Well, you give it 30 shiny rocks for safekeeping to start the just as like a down payment, and then in vanilla you actually give it 5 dull rocks, whereas in this you give it 3 dull rocks. It then takes that 30 shiny rocks and the 3 dull rocks, and then gives you back your deposit at the end of the processing time plus 1 shiny rock. This one's actually guaranteed to give you one, whereas it's only a. Oh no, it is actually, yeah. Yeah, in the vanilla and in this, it's guaranteed to give you your extra shiny rock. So each time it does a cycle, it gives you 1 shiny rock at the cost of whatever number of dull rocks. If that makes sense. And that's the complicated part about the shiny and the dull rocks. For reference, I call those dull rocks and these shiny rocks, so they're easier to distinguish. Keep at it. The base is impressive. Yeah, you haven't actually seen. So this is what we brought. If you're looking in the VOD squad, then you definitely haven't seen this happen yet. It's because we're back in the main game now. You may not actually. Oh, I don't think I've even uploaded the ones where I went into creative and started making that stuff. And then when it comes to nuclear, oh, again, Factorio 2 kind of simplifies it, but this single nuclear reactor. Probably not, no. Single nuclear reactor, you give it a fuel cell. So the fuel cell, in this case of Factorio 2, has 50 gigajoules. And this one constantly consumes 250 megawatts. In the game, a megawatt is a megajoule for 1 second. So that means it's consuming 250.25 of that 50 per second. Because it goes from mega to giga. So if I converted the 250 megawatts to gigajoules, it's 0.5 late at night. It's like nearly 10 o'clock at night to be doing brain stuff. It's too late. Yeah, 0.25 of a gigajoule a second consumes. And then if you work out how many seconds it takes to reach 50 gigajoules, that's how long it consumes it for. But that's not important. The important thing is that it consumes fuel, it outputs a constant 250 megawatts in the case of Factorio 2. This thing takes 50 megawatts, which means you want to balance these two numbers, 250 to 50, which means you need 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of these you need 5 of them, and then however many of these consumes 50. So 1. Forward. oh, max output 10, so again 5. So this makes 50 megawatts. This produces 10 of that 50, which means you need 5 of them. Bring it back up to 50. And that's literally nuclear. It's not actually, it's not that different to the steam turbines, steam engines. Now, one boiler in this case outputs 20. One of these consumes 10. So if you have 2 of these, it's 10, then 20. So it consumes 20. 2 of these makes 20. It pretty much. The only complication from then on with nuclear is there's this thing called the neighbor bonus. So instead of making 250, these are now, because there's 4 of them together, they get the reactors on their own, they're slackers. But if you bring them together, then suddenly they get super productive. They're actually now making 375 each, which means you get a whole lot more. Get like, so instead of getting 1, you instead of getting 250 megawatts for 4, getting like 1.5 gigawatts. Considerably more, whatever it is, because these turbines still produce the same amount. So whatever the turbine is, 150 multiplied by 10. That's 100. There's 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 gigawatts. So it goes from so having 1 goes from 250 megawatts to having 4 goes to 1.5 gigawatts. Thankfully, Factorio 2 makes the numbers nice and round. In vanilla, the numbers are not that nice. It's around a 6. In theory, yes. In practice, oh, you can actually add more there. You can't add more than 3 neighbors. So neighbors are only direct cardinal directions, and you can only have up to 3. If you have a 4th one, you can't get anything in or out of the reactor. So it's sort of pointless. But yeah, if I went to 8, then 6, as you say, these 2 would be even more productive again. So I think it would make nearly 2 gigawatts. About 6, I think actually more than that. And yeah, you can just keep chaining these together, and you can get massive outputs. Don't recommend this though. Try and keep them modular. I've generally found 8 to be a good round number vanilla. It looks like that. So this one, mainly because it makes basically exactly, well, I think it's just shy of what. And that's more or less how my blueprint I always use for vanilla came about. It's a neat little modular thing, but you're not obliged to do it that way, however you want. I just like it nice and tidy like that. Just a small nuclear explosion? Yep, exactly right. I did actually build one which had this, and went vertically. It was 58, I think I got up to, or 60, and then by 2. It was a lag generator, that was. As not smarts, so it eats cells like... Yeah, I mean, cells are so cheap, comparatively. That's why I never bothered with the smarts. The fuel cells just cost nothing. Someone calculated out what a single grain of uranium ore is worth in terms of energy over on the Reddit. It's several years ago now. And it's a lot. It's like 1.2 gigajoules or something per unit of uranium ore. It's astronomical. And so there's literally no reason to be conservative with nuclear fuel. Because it's just so energy dense. Shift that. Well, I need to get this thing producing, because these are probably going to start... In fact, you have started running out of fuel cells. Hurting. typing. Whatever. Yeah, the 50. Always remember it as being 56. But I don't think that's right, because that's also 6 is the Robot Devil number. So I might be confused. I think it was actually like 60. Yeah. Dull rocks, tritium, and garbage. Oh, already drained. Wonderful. It actually reminded me, what's his name? Zero Sum. Remember, don't see him much anymore, but he made a line of defenses using nuclear reactors and then detonated them. It's like this massive line of just explosions going down. It was hilarious. There. Like that goes under that. I mean, I suppose. Suppose. Thinking again. Just intensive thinking. I don't like this looping. I mean, I don't want to put it up there anyway. Just trash that. Get. Feeling my thingies. I'd like to actually finish this today, ideally. So the 69 train will deliver stuff. So take away theory, anything. These that way there. Now 2 tiles. Make it wherever. That can go up that way. Then this down this way. Path again. That down. There. Also, I had to delete the original 69 parking spots. Called Shiny Dull Load. Da-ba-da. I'll... That. Rains. Oh, it's a 111. Okay. Medium container. Medium. Doesn't justify medium containers, really. This one, maybe? That can actually be a star. Steel plate. And pull it all back in there. Apparently I got the wrong thingy too. Not output. Enough. You are that. These, before I forget, plate. Output, well, not output priority, but Chinese. That way. Can load Chinese there. Lull. Load dulls there. Hey. Start getting this whole circuit working again. Hold off on filling this thing up with steel plate for now. Transfer train's up and running again at least. I saw the time. Next step is to get the big station in. The next step I would like to do. But there. Pretty much. No, you don't. Better. Try to do that. There. See where I'm placing it. There. Figure out that train later. Actually, it won't oh yeah, we'll actually request stuff right now. Okay, train spiders. Do actually need you again. Hey, services. These sounds very Dire Straits inspired. Sun River. Yeah, it's got that Dire Straits undertones to it. I want to say Brother in Arms, but it's not quite the same. There we go. Sure. That's our unload, so it's where it turns into... I actually also realised as I was placing it, I can actually turn that sideways. I don't need to just go out that way. Different enough to not get claimed. Oh yeah, the or even then, you can't really copyright a sound, although it's generally not a... just outright copying the sound of a band is... not cool. In general. Exactly. And we are at our first overtime. Cloud, how you doing? Yeah, having the sound inspired by versus outright copying a song. There's well, outside of unless you're I wanted to say Katy Perry, but I don't think it was Katy Perry. It was a different one where they were suing over semitones. That whole thing was stupid. Um, thinking, as you do, that this thing nice to have passed through like here. Now it can be more like that there. And now they're in line. Some stations. Swell. Now I've got to move the reprocessing up. Far up, actually. Well, this is taking way too much thinking. You get in line there. Right. You take lots of empty fuel cells. Am I gonna need those? So you make tritium. Katy Perry. I don't even remember who was sued in that case. Because there was a few of them. I just don't remember if the Katy Perry one was the right one. That there, and then that there. You are the dull rocks. You are the stone. Except that's the wrong place. Up. In your case, there. Oh. It's hurting my head. That's not actually necessary, because at this point it is just stone going up. Suppose it doesn't do anything more than that. This is assuming I'm going to do more of these things as well. I don't even know if it's necessary. One medium container probably is enough for the entirety of the game. How fast does it turn through these things? For the longest time I was doing 3.6. And what are we doing now? 15? Maybe 1 is actually enough. It's a clown! What about you earlier today, actually? I wonder what have you been up to? Where have you been hiding this time? We're busy with studies or something. One packet loss is nothing to be. It's just a little bit of packet performance anxiety. It's not. It's not. It's not that bad. I'm just head braining away, digesting the options. Long pause. I was processing JavaScript or something. Was like that. Oh yeah, because it's pacing. You then go in there, turn that into matter. Very fastly, please. Kind of unnecessary. All things considered. basically just have another one. Actually, a matter assembler. Turns it back into matter. So I would prefer it over here. Possible. Quite enough room. Head from his modern world as he loves come. Oh dear. In the end, nothing else matters. True it is. There we go, I made a room. Made an room. Probably, yeah, I'm compromised on space though. I could just push this over a little bit further to make more room for this. That might be the way to go. Push that to there. Substation there, and now it's where it's at. Pack up all that. Greedy. Push it over to there. Like so. There. Nearly there. Nearly there. Funny, I copied and pasted, or picked it up and put it back down. The thingy, but I didn't mark the thingy. Kinda pointless. Well, anyway, moving swiftly along. Being a fun mod pack is quite a good mod pack. I'm aiming for a pink or purple belt of science a minute currently. I'm also trying to minimize my use of matter plants, because technically you can turn like all of your resources into matter and then just reconstitute it to whatever you need. I'm sort of trying to avoid doing that. At least for now. Could be something we explore in the future. So now the stone is free to... like... and I can make that not utilize a belt as well. I don't know really why. Nice. Tidier. You need to be up a tile, like that. And you're going to turn the matter back into dull rocks. Yeah, that very much doesn't need to be a thing. Is. Will, however, put the tritium there. SE greater than SE plus K2 greater than K2. I mean, if I start... the thing is, if I start SE and then the DLC comes out, I'm kind of stuck. I want to commit a year of my life to doing space exploration in case the DLC comes out in the next 7 years. Prioritize that. And I just need that. Yeah, sort of seeing it happen. Suppose the very, very last thing I need to do move this much further down, like to go easy rocks. Goes there. I just need 2 requesters, one there and one there. And this will get rid of the garbage from network. Yep. Derp. You request all of the dull rocks. You request all of the shiny rocks. Actually output them. And we can empty all of the storage of all the crap. Once filled it with. Hopefully that can spin me up some nuclear fuel because we're almost out. Excellent, there we go. Look at it go. Couldn't come soon enough. The funny thing is, this nuclear power, or well, this whole build here, is just for making the nuclear power here. Haven't even got to the good stuff yet. Fine, though. I'll redo that. I'm not going to do it now. Because it is like 20 minutes overtime at the minute. We're at just 5 more minutes times 4. That is it. Absolutely sucked up. Yeah. That's the way it is. It's the way of the world. Really? I do like how the Kvorix just can't. Or it's struggling. This is struggling to keep up. Oh, it's fully stonked there now. I guess once it charges up, it's not so bad. Unless it is true that I do actually need more. Where's it going? Oh, it's going down into here. Filling up this box. So as soon as that stops, then this will stop circulating. And then this will see more. Oh, we're out of dull rocks. Well, at some point it'll fill up. This is very valuable for making nuclear artillery too. So it is very necessary. Tess along. Okay. Yep, so that's all now fully stonked. Now this is going to fully stonk. Yep, it's backing up now. Well, that's the general concept. Some tweakage here to do, and then the next step after that is to have the final matter assembly somewhere here. And that is the charging station, that one. And then out here is what I'm the general idea that I was thinking of is slowly wrap up things and make it serviced by bots too. Just have like a whole field of these, spaced out, a grid, like that, something like that. I might service them with bots. Yeah, something like that there. And then each one of these, like that. Stole my thingy. Spit it out. Damn spider. Yeah. And just have a whole array of them. That's the idea that I'm working towards. Also actually lift all this stuff here could potentially lift up to here as well. And there. Or I could use that space, this negative space, down, like lifting it up, use that negative space to add more enrichment. Maybe make it proper double input, something. Either way, it is time for me to end. I need to get to bed. Leave it there. Look at that. Actually finish power, sort of. Finish power.